Hey everybody, it's John Turner-McClelland with Cooper Mac Realty, and today we are here highlighting a business called the Junk Luggers here with owner Mark Schneider. Mark, how you doing?
Doing great.
Great. We just want to learn about you today and what Junk Luggers can do for everyone watching here, why you started the business, those sorts of things. So why don't you go ahead and tell me, why did you start Junk Luggers and what can it do for everybody?
Well, I didn't start Junk Luggers. I wish I could claim that. Junk Luggers actually is a franchised organization that started in 2004, actually in suburban New York, in Fairfield County, Connecticut. And what appealed about the franchise opportunity to me was really the mission of the organization. And the mission is really to make a big impact in the communities that we serve. And even larger than that, by trying to keep everything possible that we touch and keep items out of landfills. That's our big goal for the organization. The way we do that is we help homeowners and we help businesses get rid of items that they no longer want or need or have room for. We take possession of those items, we remove them from their homes or businesses, and then what's different about us versus other companies that do junk or waste removal, we actually partner with a bunch of local charities and we find a home for those items so they can be repurposed and used again by other people and keep them out of landfills. Similarly, if we have items that cannot be used because there's no secondary market for the item as it exists, but it has components that can be reused, like computers and e-waste, like various metals and other materials. We actually take those and we bring those to recycling centers. So that way we can upcycle, recycle, keep the items out of the chain of going to landfills and becoming solid waste. So it's something we're really committed to, and we partner with Habitat for Humanity here in Collin County, Goodwill, All Community Outreach, which used to be Allen Community Outreach, all of the local charities. We work with them very closely to provide them with items that they can sell in their stores and then use that money to support their larger missions.
That's good. It's great that you guys, the whole company, is committed to keeping stuff out of the landfill. Obviously, anything can just be thrown in the trash, but if you can repurpose something or recycle it, that's probably the best way to go. So you franchise the business here locally. You cover all of Collin County, I assume. Is that right?
Yeah, I do. I cover all of Collin County from Murphy and Plano up to Melissa, all the way across 380 and parts of Denton County as well. I go as far west as Little Elm, and then down sort of if you follow the border of Lake Louisville, the Colony, Little Elm, Hackberry, even into Frisco, the parts of Frisco that are in Denton County, and also the Castle Hills area, then down the Tollway for the rest of what you would consider Collin County, Plano, Frisco, Allen, McKinney, all of those areas, Lucas as well.
Yeah, that's a wide area. I know about the area you were talking about in Denton County. I used to live in Paloma Creek.
Okay,
I had a home there a few years ago off of 380. So very familiar with Denton County. We spent at least 10 to 12 years in Denton County before finally moving to Collin County.
What's interesting is I haven't gotten up to that area that much previous to owning the business. And it just amazes me how much development I see every day going on all the way that far north.
Yeah, it's nonstop and just continues to go north. north as far as they can go, and probably end up in Oklahoma at some point before they stop. Which I know the Tollway is going to at some point. They keep building it north.
Yeah, they're doing quite a bit of work making overpasses and such for it right now. If you're in that part of Collin or Denton County, yeah.
So how long have you lived in the area?
So I've been here almost 11 years.
Where were you from before?
Well, my career has taken me to a lot of different places. Most immediately, prior to here, I was in Louisiana, in Baton Rouge, where I ultimately ran the marketing department and marketing function for the community coffee company, and had one of my previous colleagues recruit me to move to the Dallas area to go work at Dean Foods.
Okay. So what made you switch from coffee to junk?
It scratched an itch for me. It wasn't about going from coffee to junk as much as it was going from, being part of corporate America. And, I enjoyed my time in corporate America, spent over 25 years leading marketing function and marketing for a lot of well-known food brands for Fortune 500 companies. But I always had an itch to scratch to become an entrepreneur. And as I believe you may know, Dean Foods went bankrupt, filed for bankruptcy in 2019, completed that in 2020. As a result of that, a lot of people were displaced, myself including, and started looking at different things to do and a different path to take my career. COVID had just happened. So I have really evaluated a lot of businesses, a lot of business opportunities. And the reason I got attracted to Junk Luggers, first of all, it was an essential service. It was a business that worked in a traditional time where there wasn't a global pandemic, but it was also a business that has done very well in the pandemic, in that people are, looking at their lives, reevaluating what they're wanting to do, cleaning their houses, fixing their houses up, prepping them for additional people living in their homes, or just, creating office spaces and remote work environments. So there was a lot about it that appealed to me versus other businesses that were much more subject to challenges, operating in a pandemic constrained environment. And yeah, when I made the decision, which was in the spring of 2020, nobody knew where this was going to go, and nobody knew that this was going to last as long as it did. So I was really happy with the decision I made. So those are some of the practical reasons. But then the larger reason was, I saw an opportunity to build a business and build a business that does good in the community. It does good for the people who we service, who are very eager to get the items removed, but also eager to know that they're going to be used again and a second home being found for them. So they feel good when they're getting rid of these possessions, knowing that the items are going to have a new life in one way or another.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned starting during this past year. You're not the first business I've interviewed that has done that, oddly enough, and one of which was a restaurant called Pita Town. Just decided to open during the pandemic, and it's thrived. So I hope your business has done the same. Like, obviously, there's a bunch of junk that people want to get rid of.
Yeah, thank you. So far, we became operational in the beginning of this year, and so far things are going very well for us. We're building and growing all the time. We've exceeded our initial expectations, and really enjoying the team that I put together and the work that we're doing, because we have so many homeowners who are really, really happy with what we do, how we do it. And, one of the things that we do, which is really important to our business model, is whenever we're able to donate anything, we actually donate it on behalf of the people who are our customers, the homeowners or businesses. And then what we do is we get them an itemized receipt for their donation. Within 14 business days, we get back to them that receipt that they can then use to claim and use to deduct the items they're giving, that they've given to charities on their taxes for the next year.
Cool. Yeah, I was hoping my neighbor would use a service like yours. Well, not my neighbor, the estate of the neighbor. One of my neighbors died recently, a few months ago, and they just had an estate sale. And of course, whoever was running the estate sale just dumped everything out front that was left over. So why they didn't have someone lug it off, I have no clue. And of course, everyone's picked through what they want now, and it's still sitting there. But I did keep your coupon in case I get a hold of them and they need something removed. So, I'll give that to them.
Yeah. Have they
they
sold the
found somebody
property?
else. Not yet. They haven't got to that stage. Hopefully, I can get that listing. I would hope.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I sent a letter to the her brother who's handling the probate case. I guess he's the executor. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, that got me thinking about the lugging junk off the properties and stuff like that, and where it can go. It's
Yeah.
not
We've done a
it's
lot
not
of
in the trash.
Yeah, we've done a lot of work for people in situations like that where someone has passed away and they're getting the items, needing to get items removed. And what's been nice about it is, I'll give you one instance where we did something in right on the border of Plano and Allen over by where the Costco is on 75.
Mhm.
And it was an elder care facility. And, these items that were there, it was assisted living, not elder care, but assisted living.
Yeah.
And the people were so happy to see that we literally got a whole truck loaded, and 90% of those items we were able to find a new home for by donating. And it made that family feel really, really good that their mom's possessions were going to see another day. And it was very meaningful and touching for them. And we were just very happy to be able to help them with that.
That's good. It's a good outcome for that stuff too. Um, just to switch up a little bit, you said you've been here 11 years, been in Louisiana. I know you don't live in Plano, you live in Allen, which is close enough. What do you like doing in the area, or do you do anything in Plano itself that you'd recommend for fun or eating, people watching?
Well, I
Or
love
in Allen, we're right by Allen.
yeah, no, but let's talk about Plano. I mean, I'm frequently in the Shops of Legacy area. Actually lived there for about 6 months when I first moved here. The original Shops at Legacy, not Legacy West. Really enjoyed that area, the restaurants over there for sure. I do actually, I'm a assistant instructor at a karate school in Plano, and we teach over in East Plano, over off of Summit Boulevard near Plano Parkway, but over there in East Plano. So that's one thing I'm involved in several days a week that I find to be a lot of fun, and we're always eager to help. We teach people from 6 to 60, so we've got a mix of kids and adults and grandparents and parents, families that all work together. So that's something that brings me to and keeps me involved in the Plano community quite a bit.
And what is that place, the school called? You can go ahead and plug that too while we're
Yeah,
on there.
yeah, sure. It's Texas Ishinru Karate Kai, and we have an East Plano location and a Plano location. I'm actually affiliated with the Plano location.
Cool. Yeah, I've never done karate. No martial arts here. I probably should have, but I never did.
Yeah, it's good. The exercise and the mental discipline and all that's really good for kids. It's good for adults, and it's good for older adults to maintain your flexibility, your stamina, and reflexes.
Cool. And maybe you can break some boards while you're lugging your junk around, right?
I actually
Something needs to fit.
I have had to use that ability on a couple occasions to make things fit.
See, it comes in handy, not just
Yeah,
in martial arts. It
yeah,
comes in business wise. Hey, well, before we go, let everyone know how to contact you guys if they want to use your service. We'll also
sure.
post it in the bottom of the video as well.
Sure. Well, first of all, you can reach us by going to our website, which is junkluggersofcollincounty.com, or simply call 1-800-LUG-JUNK. That's 1-800-LUG-JUNK, which puts you to our call center, and everything for Collin County will get routed to me and to my location, and we can take care of you. And then lastly, what I would leave everybody with is, well, it didn't seem like it last week. We are getting close to spring, and we have a spring cleaning, an early bird promotion going on, which will save you $25 from a job, anywhere from a quarter truck to a full truck, or $50 on a full truck or more. And I'll be actually providing information to that and uploading that onto your website for people to take advantage of that.
Cool. We'll be looking forward to it. I hope everyone uses that once you get it uploaded. I want to thank you again for talking to me today and learning more about you guys. And
Great.
everyone watching, we will have links and 800 numbers and all that stuff posted at the bottom of the YouTube video and on parkbench.com. So once again, thanks, Mark. I'm John Turner-McClelland with Cooper Mac Realty. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.